Hello friends, we are discussing about the module number 3 and in the chapter energy systems module, and under that we are discussing the solar cells, and in this session we will be discussing about the construction and working of a PV cell. Photovoltaic cell or solar cells are the devices which convert solar energy, that is the energy from the sunlight, into electrical energy. Energy from the sunlight into the electrical energy. Solar cells will be consisting of a PN junction, so they are often referred to as a semiconductor devices. You are aware about the PN junction, no? What is this PN junction? How it is made? When the silicon is doped with a trivalent impurities such as arsenic or phosphorus, etc., you can get a N-type silicon. In the same way, P-type silicon is made by doping the silicon with the trivalent impurities like boron. Okay, so after making the P-type and N-type silicon, they will be carefully diffused. Okay, like either the P-type semiconductor will be it will be melted and it will be inserted to the N-type semiconductor, or vice versa. Okay, in this way the PN junction will be made. Okay, so this PN junction is one of the important parts in the photovoltaic cells. Fine. So this converts the solar energy into the required electrical energies. Okay, so let us discuss about the construction and working of the solar cells. Okay, a typical solar cell, it will be consisting of a in the front, which a metal grid will be there at the top of the solar cell. There will be a presence of a metal grid, okay, over the N type, and the second layer is either a silver metal or any inert metal will be coated on the back side of the solar cells. Okay, so there will be two metal layers will be there. They both are externally connected to a conducting device like a battery, and also there will be a presence of an anti-reflective layer, okay, which is made generally by silicon nitride or TiO2, okay, which is coated in between the metal grids. Okay, and that is to prevent the reflection of solar light, and also which makes more sunlight to fall on the PN junction to produce more solar energy. Okay, when the sunlight is striking the surface of the solar cells, that is when it falls on the PN junction, an electron hole pairs will be generated. When some energy is falling on the PN junction, what happens? The PN junction is absorbing the energy, okay, and then electron and hole pairs will be generated. Fine. And then what happens? And the electrons will be drifted and collected at the N side of the PN junction, because the PN junction, it allows the electrons to flow in one particular directions. So these electrons, when they are flowing through the external circuit, okay, and they will be recombining with holes present on the P side of the semiconductor. Fine. So in this way, when they are moving through the external circuit, the energy will be stored in the battery that can be utilized for any purposes, okay, domestic or industrial purposes. And when we take the small typical solar cell, it will be producing around 0.5 to 0.6 volts of the direct current. Okay, and once again the generation of the electricity depends on like how much sunlight is striking the surface of the solar cells. We can say that the production of the solar energy is directly proportional to the intensity of the sunlight which is striking the surface of the PN junction. Okay, and also it depends on the size of the solar cell. Fine. This is a typical diagram of the photovoltaic cell. Okay, I just told you before. Let us talk about the diagram once again. See, at the top of the solar cell, there will be a presence of a metal grid. Metal grid will be there at the top, and at the back side or at the bottom of the solar cell, there will be a metal layer. The metal layer is coated by using any of the inert metal like silver or any other metals. And at the center of the solar cells, there will be a PN junction. Okay, this area is referred to as the top region is referred to as the N-type region, and the bottom region of the solar cells is referred to as a P-type region. Okay, there will be a presence of a anti-reflective layer which makes more and more sunlight to fall on the PN junction. When the sunlight is falling on the PN junction, okay, by absorbing the energy, electron hole pairs will be generated, and this junction it allows the electrons to flow only in one particular direction. Okay, the electrons will be moving towards the hole through the external circuit. When it is moving through the external circuit, the energy will be stored in the battery, and that can be used for any purposes. So in this way, the energy will be generated in the photovoltaic cells. Clear? Next, advantages of the solar cells are they are eco-friendly or environmentally friendly, because here there is no production or transformation of any of the toxic byproducts are there. So it is completely environmentally friendly and eco-friendly. Okay, it will not pollute the atmosphere. Okay, and the solar cells, they will not be getting corroded, and it is fixed in one place. Okay, it is not moving, there is no moving parts are there, so there will not be any wear and tear expenses will be there. Okay, and like batteries, the solar cells, they does not require any recharging. Okay, and it is economical. Once it is installed, there will be very less maintenance, or least maintenance is there after once it is installed. These are all about the advantages of the solar cells. Okay, and coming to the disadvantages, okay, disadvantages are like like it will be particular. Okay, like only in sunny regions more energy can be generated. In hilly or cloudy regions, or where the availability of sunlight is less, automatically the production of the energy will be reduced. Okay, and just one more disadvantage is they will be very expensive. That means the installation cost will be more. Okay, I just told you in advantages there will be a least maintenance. Only the thing is the installation cost will be very high. Okay, and one more thing is the PV cells can generate only the direct current. PV cells can generate only direct current. Suitable devices must be there to convert the direct current into alternate forms. Okay, and it will not be available during the monsoon seasons. And like using of cadmium in certain types of cells may pollute the atmosphere. Okay, these are all about some of the disadvantages of the solar cells. Okay, and coming to the importance of the solar cells, the solar cells it is used everywhere in all the industries. It can be used starting from the institutions. Okay, commonly in street lights it can be used, and in schools and institutions it will be used for lighting purposes. Okay, for electricity purposes, for using the computers, for using the loudspeakers in schools. Okay, for these purposes it can be used, and in hospitals it can be used for cooling as well as for heating purposes. In industries it is used for heating purposes. So even it is used in missiles. Okay, these are all about the importance of the PV cells. And one important point about the solar cells is this solar cells will be the one of the best sources of available energies for future. The solar energies are one of the best sources of available renewable sources of energies for future. Okay, like we were discussing in the previous classes, once when the fossil fuel is completely exhausted, okay, we have to go for some alternatives, right? Okay, that's why we are discussing all these topics in this chapter. Okay, we are just looking for the alternate energy sources. Okay, so compared to all the other sources, this solar energy will be the best source of energy, because in our country when we take there is no problem for sunlight. It will be almost of the time it will be available. So if it is properly or efficiently converted, like large amount of energies can be liberated. Okay, only the problem here is the making of the PN junction is costlier, so the installation cost is becoming more. That is only the disadvantage I can say. Okay, otherwise in all the other ways solar cells are advantageous only, and it will be the one of the best source of energies for future uses. Fine, I think it is very clear. Just we will recap the important points we discussed here in the construction and working of the PV cells. Okay, you just remember the diagram carefully. If you just remember the diagram, we can write all the explanation automatically. A typical PV cell consists of, at the top of the apparatus, metal grid will be there, and at the bottom of the PV cell there will be a metal layer. These two layers are externally connected to a battery. Okay, and at the center of the PV cell there will be a presence of a PN junction. Okay, top region is called as a N-type region, and bottom region of the solar cells is called as a P-type region. When some amount of energy is falling on the PN junction, the PN junction will be absorbing the solar energy, and then electron and hole pairs are generated. Electrons will be moving through the external circuit to join with the holes. When it is moving through the external circuit, the energy will get conducted in the batteries. Okay, and here you need to explain little about the Planck's equation also. Okay, the energy from the sunlight, it will be traveling in the form of small pockets of energy called as photons. The photons will be carrying some amount of energy. Okay, it is given by E is equal to hc by lambda, where h is the Planck's constant, c is the velocity of light, and lambda is the wavelength of light. Okay, so when this energy is falling on the solar cells, okay, they will absorb that energy, and then electron and hole pairs are generated. Okay, you write a few points of always when you when this question is given, you must end with writing some advantages and disadvantages. Okay, it is advantageous because it's eco-friendly or environmental friendly, no toxic byproducts are formed. Okay, coming to the disadvantage, you must write any 2 points. It generates only the direct current. Okay, to convert into the alternate form, suitable devices must be present. Okay, and it will be particular in some regions. Okay, in sunny regions only we can generate more energy. Okay, in hilly or cloudy regions the production will become less. Coming to the importance, okay, very main importance is those who are staying very away from the electric grid connections, solar energy will be the one of the best sources of energy. Okay, and for families, those who are staying very away from the city limits, solar energy will be the best source of energies. Fine, so we'll be meeting with the next topic soon. Thank you.